Good evening, everyone. My name is Tom Cruise, and you're watching The Graham Norton Show.
We're very excited. Yes, Tom Cruise is here. Yeah, Tom, he's taking a break from filming Mission Impossible 6 to come along with some of his co-stars for a chat. And of course, in the films, Tom's elite band of secret agents, you know, they take on jobs that seem utterly impossible. Utterly impossible, like, I don't know, persuading a UKIP leader to resign. That kind of thing. Beating Ant and Dec at the National Television Awards. That sort of thing. Mind you, sometimes the impossible can happen. Can you believe it? Donald Trump has been the American president for a whole year. Seems longer, doesn't it? Were there more months in this last year? Were there extra months? It's also Donald Trump's 13th wedding anniversary. 13 years. Unlucky for some. Certainly is for Melania. Here are the happy couple. That's just lovely. Now, the traditional gift for a 13th wedding anniversary is lace. I think you can tell what Melania is thinking. Please, God, a tablecloth, not lingerie. On the subject of happy couples, we must say congratulations to Princess Eugenie. You got engaged this week. It's a good thing. It's happy news. Yay! Her boyfriend, Jack, proposed to her while they were on holiday. Doesn't really narrow it down. Now, it's the... Is this a holiday? Yeah, this is a holiday. Though, to be fair, it is the third most exciting piece of royal news since Harry's engagement and Prince William shaving his head. Now, I think it looks great. No, it looks good. You know, as kids can have fun painting it in time for Easter. I believe that's called a #1 all over. That's what that's called. Which, coincidentally, was what Donald Trump wanted for an anniversary present. It's clever. It's clever. Let's get some guests on! Later, we'll have music and chat from chart-topping Paloma Faith! But first, he's one of our most successful come-against sports with cult hits Space, Shaun of the Dead, and Hot Fuzz. Now he's Hollywood's hottest geek. Please welcome Simon Pegg, everybody! He's the hottest thing to come out of Jersey. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Henry Cavill! Here he is! Hello! So nice to see you. Good, have a seat, Gary. You know him. This Swedish actress is fast making a name for herself in films such as Girl on a Train, Florence Foster Jenkins, and The Greatest Showman. It's a first-time welcome to Rebecca Ferguson! He's a true Hollywood great and a man on a mission. Please welcome our favourite Top Gun. It is Mr. Tom Cruise! Oh, look at that. Very nice. Professional.
Yes.
Yeah, pretending not to know them. It's all good. So this is weird. We've never had this before, where people are actually making the movie that they've come on to talk about.
Yeah, we shot all day today.
Were you all on set today?
We've been all
All of us were on set filming.
What were you doing, running or talking?
Well, personally, I injected a man in the neck with a tranquilizer, put him in prison, and got kicked in the head by Henry. And that was my day.
That sounds like more than a day. That's so, Henry, we know what you did. You kicked him in the head.
By the way,
I kicked him in the head.
Very good.
That wasn't on camera.
No. That wasn't. Yeah, that was in the trailers.
Rebecca, were you on today?
Yes, I'm going to stand up. I had this pose today with a semi-automatic rifle.
Yes.
With my belly like this.
6 months
I'm
pregnant.
glad you said that, because I wasn't going to say anything. That's what gets men in trouble. You're 6 months pregnant.
I am. I don't know what happened. It's weird.
Yeah, 6 months ago. Yes. What were you doing today?
I was just shooting guns and
Having fun.
having fun. Stuff, shooting
And where,
guns.
and where are you? Are you nearly finished?
We had
I don't know.
Are we?
I mean, maybe. We hope so.
You've been filming since when?
Last year.
Last March or April.
Yeah,
I mean, so it's nearly a year.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you must be nearly finished.
It's because I
But
broke
you were-
my ankle. We had to shut down. But
Well,
we're about
now,
6 weeks away.
The ankle. This is the. So, are you fully recovered? Are you well?
It's still broken, but I'm doing well.
No, you're kidding. Is it still broken?
Yeah, I mean, it's not fully healed, but we're shooting.
But that's nuts. Because we've seen the picture of you're running and doing all the stuff again.
I know.
Now,
But we have a release date, so we got to keep going.
yeah. Otherwise, you'll end up going live
Yes.
on the night.
It's much better. It's much better.
So, you probably, I'm sure you all saw the footage it was in the papers and things online of the accident.
Yes, yes.
And I think we all kind of thought, well, how did you break an ankle doing that? Because it looked like you should have broken your jaw or something like that.
I know everyone said that was the stunt. I mean, I'm going to run across and hit the side of the wall and then pull myself over. That wasn't the mistake.
So you were always meant to not
Yes.
land on the roof?
Always.
OK. So what you've done is you brought us some footage. I think this is so cool to see this from the different angles.
This is what I
Can't watch this.
I haven't watched it yet. Actually, I have to say, most of it's fine. There's one clip, but I will warn you, it's not for the squeamish.
So you see, I'm wearing 2 wires. They're basically just safety wires because I go at a full tilt and I'm sprinting as hard as I can, and I hit the side of the wall, and that's the stunt. I hit the side of the wall, and then I'm chasing after Henry, actually. And I hit all his fault. I blame him. I hit the side of the wall, and then I climb up on the wall, and I'm supposed to run past Kevin.
OK, so we've got... this is the shot from behind you. So this
Yes.
is... You see the speed and the momentum of the run. And it's in London. There we go.
So it's keeping me up.
OK, so here he goes. Look at that. Whoa, and... Whoa! Now, it's good noise, everybody. But you get my point that you think, how did you break a leg? So let's look at it from the side. This is it from the side.
Oh, no.
No, this isn't the bad one. This isn't the bad one, Rebecca. So this is from the side. Here we go.
We shot it with 3 cameras.
Oh, my
OK,
gosh.
here he goes, and boom! Now we've got a camera which focuses on the foot. Now, if you are squeamish, don't watch this.
Simon still hasn't seen it. They keep trying to show it to me, and I'm like, no!
I mean, a bone doesn't pop out or anything, but it is an odd angle for anyone's foot to be at.
Nobody's foot should ever have to do this.
Yeah,
ever.
here we go.
Oh, my gosh.
So he
I have
jumps,
to
that speed, that momentum. Here we go.
Look at...
And now watch that. Watch this. But here is why Tom Cruise gets paid the big bucks, OK? Because this is it from the front angle, OK? So you've just seen what's happened to his foot. Now watch this.
I knew I broke it instantly.
So you're down. Now anyone else would go, well, that's over. No. Up he gets, and he's running. Phenomenal.
I didn't want to do it again.
No.
I didn't want to do it again. I knew instantly it was broken, and I just run past camera. We got the shot. It's in the movie. That profile shot, both those shots are in the movie. And
But
Henry...
everybody said when you got up and ran out of shot, oh, that's so him. to complete the shot, like with your foot hanging off, that's so him.
I just went. I said, "Sorry, guys, it's broken. You know, take me to the hospital. It's broken. That's a wrap." Everyone, crew got on the phone and made their vacation arrangements.
I made a baby. We had 6 months at least. I thought.
I told you it would give me 6 months. I told you that.
And when this film finally ends, Henry Cavill...
We're going to miss each other.
But, Henry, you're probably not going to miss your face furniture. You're not fond of the face furniture, are you?
Oh, it's not that I'm not fond of it. It's just that, you know,
Look at that.
if I'm walking past schools, people give me funny looks. It's tough to buy Vans. Can't give children sweeties.
Because you normally do that a lot.
Long enough. Why not?
Hey, guys, I'm Superman. Come get some sweets.
I'm not a stranger, I'm Superman.
I think he rocks it really. Very few men can carry that off, but...
No, it's very good. Mind you, but do you know what that's annoying about that? Is that's like if Henry Cavill wore a stupid hat, you would think, oh, that stupid hat looks really good on him. And it's not that. Just he looks really good. And you put it on, it's a stupid hat.
Yeah.
But now, Simon, this is your 4th Mission Impossible.
It is, yeah.
So you've been working with Tom for what, over 10 years now?
12 years. We worked it out yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
12 years this year.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know each other very well.
Pretty well.
Yep.
We've been in the trenches a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So do you forget that it's Tom Cruise?
Yes and no. I've seen you kind of like on a day-to-day basis. We're working and we're friends, and it's fun and it's a job. But when we're out doing press or whatever, I see Tom become Tom. The Tom people know. Like I've seen Tom become Tom Cruise, which is which is amazing. He's so good.
Is he Tom Cruise now? Is this Tom Cruise?
He smiles, and like when we're shooting in Paris, and we'll be doing a scene, and then he'll just go, "Hey, there you go," and that's Tom becoming Tom, because he's very, very good with his fans. And I remember that night in Vienna when we were doing like a recce, looking around at this, and it took about 10 minutes for 100 people to be around us. And he was so good with them, just waving and smiling and shit. I'd be punching.
No, you wouldn't.
But you did it for my sister as well, I think. You just do that thing where you just kind of become Maverick, just smile.
That's Tom Cruise right there. There he is. Yes, that's him. Look, there he is. I told you he was there. But here's an odd thing, because your mother is she famous in Sweden? She is famous in Sweden.
Well, no, she is not famous, but she has she hung a lot with the kind of avant-garde, cool people like ABBA back in the days.
Yes, those avant-garde ABBA people.
ABBA.
They finally went mainstream. I mean, they just they really sold out. But she worked with ABBA, didn't she?
So what she did was...
Do you know this? This is good trivia.
No, I didn't.
No, she did. I think she was dating a man called Ron Spaulding, and he took all of their cover images of their LPs. Yeah. Actually, she is on one of the covers, which you apparently have.
I do. So we all know this album, don't we, ladies and gentlemen? ABBA, there they are, the back of the car drinking. And
the other side.
we turn it around. We turn it around. Now, which one of these people is your mother?
The legs. Wait, if I do this, can you see the similarities?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh. Here we go. Rebecca Ferguson's mother's legs on an ABBA album, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. Look at that. Beautiful.
And she helped to actually, not translate, but she went through all of the lyrics in Swedish and helped rewrite them to English. Waterloo.
Really?
So if there's any mistakes, it's her fault.
But fair to say, it does make no sense. But bless her for trying. So listen, the new Mission Impossible, it won't be coming out until the 26th of July. But before then, the trailer has been released. I think
Super Bowl.
February is that the 4th?
Yeah, I think February 4th.
Trailer.
Super Bowl. We're going to have a little 30-second spot, and then it's going to send everyone to the internet and out in theaters.
Wow. And you've just announced the actual title.
Mission Impossible: Fallout.
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 Fallout. Yes. Okay, so we now know the title.
Yes.
Do we know anything else about it?
No.
Yeah, you know that it really is a story of, it takes into account all of Mission Impossibles, really. And it is a fallout of all the things that we did in the earlier
Ethan
Mission
did,
Impossible.
particularly, yeah.
Well, it's kind of the good things that we've done, and they're using it now against us.
Okay.
So...
And obviously there's familiar
And
faces.
Henry's an antagonist, the primary antagonist in the film.
Is that posh for baddie?
Well, you have, I would say, primary. You have like you have Lane, who's the baddie, Sean Harris.
Yeah.
He's coming back from Rogue Nation.
Oh, okay.
And we have Michelle Monaghan, Angela Bassett, Vanessa Kirby. Ving Rhames, of course, is back.
Yeah. And you're back as Faust.
Yeah,
Faust.
forget about those other people. I'm back again.
Yes. I know.
And Benji Dunn is back.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Do you have a name, Henry? Do you have a name, Henry?
Do I have a name?
Yes.
Yes. August Walker.
You had to be a villain.
Fancy.
Say it again.
I didn't know it was August until about halfway through the movie, though. I was just referred to as Walker, and I was like, I saw the chair, and I was like, hold on a second. My first name's August. And Mickey was like, yes. I was like, right.
Chris McQuarrie is writer, director, and kind of creative partner of mine, and it's his second mission he's directing.
And Mission Impossible, obviously, you pays your money. You want the big, big stunts. Now, last time you were on the show, you were kind of hinting at this big set piece in this movie that you spent years preparing.
Yes.
So I think you can tell us a bit more about it now, right?
Now I can tell you a bit more.
Yeah, OK.
I spent really 2 years, McHugh and I were talking about a sequence, and it's an aerial sequence with helicopter. And I've studied, you know, many different films, and so when I went and I got my helicopter license and we're flying aerobatics.
I was surprised you didn't have a helicopter license already. It seems so not you. when they were telling me, and he got his head around it, I was like, really? I'm sure I've seen him flying helicopters before. Were you flying without a license previously?
Yes.
Not to get you in trouble or anything, but...
Yes.
Oh, were you?
Yeah,
OK.
yeah.
So no wonder you got it quickly.
I know, very fast.
OK, so you get the license.
Yeah, and then we just started really working on the sequence to see what can we do practical. I mean, I think in terms of action, this is probably the largest practical action film ever shot. Like, when you look at the films, there's no CGI, so we're going through Paris, the motorcycle, it's just full-on cars, you know, we're all doing our own stunts. And the helicopter sequence is just incredibly exhilarating and very dangerous. So there's really only one country that would allow us to do it, where we had to build special camera rigs and for the helicopter. And so I got my license, and I trained up on aerobatics. And it's different. I fly aerobatics in airplanes, but helicopters are very different. So we're flying very low, very close to rock faces in a chase, and I'm chasing, you know, Henry in a sequence.
And we've got some pictures of it here. Yep. So now, that's you flying. Is this the end of the sequence or the beginning? I think we've got these pictures the wrong way around. I think I can't tell you that right now. OK. It's part of the sequence. All right, well, I just think this might be out of the wrong... Because
so there's Henry hanging out of the helicopter.
There's Henry back there, flying. He's hanging out. He's not even flying a helicopter. Really.
What he had to do in an aerobatic helicopter, because we're doing aerobatics, at least I know my own fate, you know? He was there at times. I was literally on his tail, like a foot off the tail rotor at times. He had no idea.
There were times where I genuinely thought, I was like, oh, OK, this is how it goes.
But you still dedicated.
At least I get killed by Tom Cruise. Yeah. It'll make the papers.
Henry's lucky because he can actually fly anyway. So
yes, of course. So here you are flying. Now, I'm guessing that must be after this next bit, because this next picture, you're on the outside, so someone must be flying that helicopter. It can't be... Please tell me you didn't get out of the helicopter while it was going. So that's you. I mean, and that is you hanging off a helicopter. Yeah. But this next picture is, it's just a beautiful picture, but it's crazy. So that's you.
Yes.
I mean, that's...
Yes, I know, right?
I can tell by this you're quite high.
I know.
Remember that day?
We were on the ground that day.
We're in the ball, hanging in the...
The rest of the cast are in. And because, you know, Tom does all this stuff, does that mean that you guys have to say yes to everything?
Fucking hell, yeah. They want to. They can't wait. You can't get these guys out of the stunt room.
Do you know what? You can't.
Henry's like in the helicopter. He is loving it. You were freezing in that helicopter.
Oh, helicopter's
flying
cold.
around that thing.
It's New Zealand winter, and the doors are open.
You posted a picture. You posted a picture on your Instagram of you doing a stunt, which looks very painful. It should be. I think it's you being lowered down a cliff by your nipples.
Oh, God, it's
That's his holiday.
I don't know how they wrote that into the script.
It's not in the script.
I love the stiff neck and the thumb.
Yeah, I'm fine.
There's one of those moments where you're being lowered off this 1,800-foot cliff. And
very famous one.
You know those
thinking,
moments.
Yeah, one of those moments. And
as
you're
you
thinking,
do.
I know I'm perfectly safe because the stunt crew is absolutely fantastic. Eastwood team they're really good. And you trust the harness, and they've all triple-checked everything. But it's still 1,800 foot, and you're walking off backwards.
They're not doing it.
It's so high, and the boats at the bottom in the fjord about this big that it looks like a painting. And so you lose all sense of, like, fear and adrenaline for the height. And you start thinking, if I were to fall, could I kind of, like, squirrel suit with my... make it all the way to the water, maybe just, like, skim?
You've been in Superman too much.
No.
It's got to you. And now, Red Ferguson, obviously, you know, with child now, so that makes stunts harder. But even when you did the last movie, you seem quite unsuited. I mean, you did suffer from vertigo going into these?
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, that does seem a bizarre thing to say yes to being in one of these films.
Well, I didn't really know what I was saying yes to.
OK.
Because I don't really know how these films were made. So, you know, when I was on the camel in the desert...
explained it to you.
Well, no, very quickly, and then the first day of shooting, Tom, what did we do?
We jumped off a building.
Yeah. First day of shooting.
I think we've got a picture of you. So that you got...
That's me swearing and shouting the naughtiest words ever.
In my ear.
In your ear.
I'm so sorry. Swear. Did I say that? I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm just so...
The worst words ever. And then we jump off, and he just looks at me in the Tom Cruise kind of way, and he goes, "Welcome to mission."
I don't remember saying that. I don't remember saying that. No way. That is way too cheesy. I never said that.
You said it to all of us. I remember my special day too.
Now, normally, ladies and gentlemen, on a show like this, we would show a clip of Mission Impossible, but you haven't finished the film yet.
Sorry.
So, it's not going to happen. So we thought we'd make a snatch of one of our own. Now, one of the most iconic stunts that you do, Tom, is the running away from something exploding. You're very good at it.
Thank you very much.
We've got some stills. There's running away from a van. Oh, that's in the Channel Tunnel there.
One. Oh, yeah, tunnel.
And this is the exploding fish tank.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. I've just noticed that's a very good move.
Yes.
I like that.
Touchdown.
That's excellent.
Score.
That is very good. So, and presumably timing is key because these are real.
Key.
They're real explosions.
They're real explosions.
So
Key.
yes,
That one was particularly very crazy.
was this the one where no one properly told you the timing?
Yeah, the guy was over there, and he said, "Okay, we're going to go on 3." And he started going 3, 2, 1. I said, "Whoa, stop." And I stopped waiting. You know, we have an explosion's going to go over my head. And he said, I said, "You just said on 3." He said, "Well, I meant 3. What does that mean?" It's like, "We're going to go." I said, "Just, everyone, please." It was like 2 in the morning, and they're setting it up, and there's glass and just tons of water. And he said, "Well, I'm going to 3, 2, 1." And I said, do I go then, or do I go on 1? Like, when do I go? Do I go on 1? Are you going to push the button? Is it going to explode on 1? It was, you know, he kind of looked at me like, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Around there.
Just go.
No.
Just run.
When you hear the explosion, just go.
Yeah, you really ought to run because it's very dangerous.
Yes, it's very dangerous. I'm running really fast around here.
Yeah, if I was you, I wouldn't hang around. Well, listen, what we've done is we've got a green screen here, so we could raise up the green screen at great speed. While we're waiting for that, we're going to get some members of the audience to do this. But in terms of this, Tom, so what we're going to do, they're going to start back there. They're going to run, okay? They're going to run to here, and then that's the type of the explosion. And then they're going to get height and presumably facial expression. So in terms of jumping, what's the best way to get height?
Are they going to land in the mats?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay, first of all, watch your ankle on the mat, because
He knows this. He knows this. OK, let's get some people.
Want height?
Let's get people to do this. We'll get to you. Hang on. Who wants to do it? You want to do it? OK, you can come do it. Come and do it. What's your name?
Jamie.
Jamie. Lovely. OK, this is Jamie. It's not going well.
Watch your ankle.
Come this way. Up you go.
You shouldn't let him do it. He fell off the steps.
We have to say, up you go. OK. So, Tom, tips for Jamie before you do. So, what sort of facial expression should he go for?
Just
Fear.
whatever feels natural. Just
Yeah,
The
Jimmy?
most important thing is don't get blown up.
Don't get blown up.
Not to get blown.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
it. Try not to get blown
you're
up.
I'm escaping.
You're
Yes.
escaping. You're escaping. But you're brave.
Yeah, you're brave.
He's brave.
Yes.
You can't look terrified.
You're
have to do
frightened,
this.
but you're still brave.
Yes.
Frightened, but brave.
I'm not going to go too high.
Why?
Yeah, no, I'll do it for you.
I like that. I'm not going to go too high. How can you go?
Do what you feel comfortable.
So what's the countdown? Is it 3, 2, 1?
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so you're going on 1.
On 3.
On 3.
What?
On 3.
3. No, 1. 1.
Let's go.
You do it, Simon.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, here we go. Here we go, Jamie. Okay,
Relax.
so it's
On go.
3, 2, 1, go! Oh! That was good, Jamie. Excellent. You broke it. I like it. I like the master. That was very good. Okay, well done, Jamie. Should we see it?
Yes, it's
Okay, we can see it. Have a seat. Have a seat. Let's see it. Let's see it. There's Jamie. He's running. He's running. Oh! He looked like he was loving it. Loving life. Do we have a woman who'd like to do it? Would you like? You would like to do it? Okay, here you go. Here you go. You are in that dress.
Yes.
Okay, fine. What's your name? Maddie. All right, Maddie. Up here. There you go. Okay, here comes Maddie. Now, so you saw Jamie.
Yeah.
You saw Jamie. So it's very important that you just piss all over that. Okay. Okay, Maddie. So women just do it the same, right, Rebecca? It's
Yes,
just
we do. We do, absolutely. And think,
You go.
think up, OK? I want you to think up.
elevation. We're looking for elevation.
Relax your face.
Jamie was like a stone.
One thing Jamie
Relax
did when
your
Jamie
face.
did it, which you saw in the playback, was it looked like Jamie did a really big fart. That exploded. Don't do that.
Okay, here goes Maddie. Here goes Maddie.
do it.
Okay, so here we go.
And just
3,
have fun.
2, 1, go! Oh, that's going to be good. That's going to be good, Maddie. Well done. There you go. Have a seat, Rebel. Okay. No, they don't.
Be
They're not
very
nice.
proud.
You like you. Okay, here's Maddie. Super cool, Maddie. Should we do one more? One more. Let's get someone. You'd like to do it? Oh, you'd be so good at it. Go on, have a go, do. Go on. What's your name?
Evelyn.
Sorry? Evelyn. Okay, Evelyn. Okay, I've got Evelyn. Here we go. We're rooting for you, Evelyn. And I just said, so you're okay. You're fit. You're fit. Okay. You're fit. Right now, you're fit. At the moment, you're okay. 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 You've seen the others. I think the important thing is, particularly because you look so beautiful, big face at the end. Okay? So we're looking for height here, Evelyn. Height. And then forward. Okay? Okay. Yeah? You're good. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This is Evelyn going for it. Wait. So here we go. So 3, 2, 1, go! Well done, Evelyn. Good. Well done, woman. Very good. You're all right. Here we go. Okay, let's have a look. Good job. Let's watch Evelyn. Here she goes. I fear she may not be Mission Impossible 7.
It was like a lovely day out at the Dynamite Factory.
Oh, dear. Now, Henry, this is your first film with Tom Cruise, but it wasn't meant to be. You were supposed to be in another film with Tom Cruise.
Well, we had the opportunity, yes. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Originally, Tom was playing Napoleon Solo, and I auditioned for Armie Hammer's role, Ilya Kuryakin. And I went to Tom's house in LA, which is very surreal, by the way, when you're trying to make things work as in your career and you get in a taxi in LA and you feel like saying, take me to Tom Cruise's house. So you give him an address and you turn up and there's this big gates everywhere and it's obviously a nice area.
I imagine it's nice.
He's done fairly well for himself.
Gar, garden's nice. He keeps it nice. Yeah. That lawn is cut. Yeah. The hanging basket's gorgeous.
Yeah, I got to meet Tom then, and we read through some lines with Guy Ritchie in his house, and it was still just very surreal for me, thinking, I'm sitting here with Guy Ritchie and Tom Cruise in Tom Cruise's house.
Yeah.
Like, when will I stop sweating?
I'm leaving stains. But then you got the Tom Cruise role, and so now you're Man from Uncle, Mission Impossible, two big franchises. And you've talked to us before about how close the James Bond thing came, that you were down to the final two. But I like the thing you did then when you got your first kind of big paycheck with your dad.
Oh, yeah. When I got my first big paycheck, and it'd been a few years, I'd been working as an actor for a few years, and...
How much was it?
Don't ask him. That's so Swedish.
200 or 300 pounds. So I went back to Jersey with my dad, and I thought, I want to treat myself. You know, I haven't actually got myself anything, and we were discussing what to do with it. And he said, how about a car? I was still driving my Peugeot 206, the first car I ever had. And I was like, you know, it's time to upgrade. This thing struggles uphill at this stage. And went to the local fancy garage, and there was a number of nice cars there, and the R8, Audi R8 was one which really stood out to me. I thought, this is a great car. I was looking at it, and my dad was sort of pausing around this other car, and in the really nice section. And I was like, what are you doing over there? And he said, I'm just looking at this car. And I was like, oh, yeah, wow, this is really nice. Yeah, one day, huh? And he went, And I said, what do you mean? He went, well, I mean, I'm sure we can make this work. And I was like, it's an Aston Martin DBS. Like, you can't just make this work. You can't toy with my emotions like that. It either can or can't. And he's like, oh, well, you know, yeah, I think it could be a thing, but, you know, think about it. Think about what car you want. They're two different cars. And I was like, I'm not thinking about anything. It's an Aston Martin DBS. And so that was my second car.
That's quite a trajectory. Yes. But now I'm thinking, though, does it stay on Jersey so your dad gets to drive it all the time?
I've now forbade him from driving it.
OK.
A couple of near scrapes. Oh. But it does actually stay on Jersey, yes.
But I do like this idea of that, you know, because everyone struggles and then suddenly, oh, I've got a bit of money.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with my first big paycheck? Rebecca, do you remember what you did with yours?
I bought a... God, I wish it was something more cool. I bought a pair of Dior sunglasses, and then they got stolen the day after, but they left the case.
I bought an Aston Martin. I bought some sunglasses.
But they were really nice.
Tom Cruise, do you remember what you did with your first kind of check where you noticed you had some money in the bank?
Yeah.
No, that you answered that question. Can you say, is it a terrible thing?
No.
Oh, OK.
I actually paid for my college, my sister's college education. And...
Oh, that's so him!
Wow, Henry.
I did. And the next one, I bought my other sister a car.
Yeah. But your sister a car, not yourself.
No.
That's my Aston Martin.
His dad's Aston Martin.
Actually, you should change that. No, I bought my dad an Aston Martin, because that's actually what happened.
I do feel like I've been set up a little bit.
Simon Pegg, what did you?
I bought...
Make it up.
No, this is true. I bought a second-hand
Orphanage.
orphanage. I kicked all those little shits out.
That's my pop Aston Martin now.
I bought a second-hand Mazda MX-5 with my Switch card. It was my first paycheck for Big Train, which was a sketch show on BBC Two, and I bought a car with my Switch card, which was like a little debit card. Yeah, you remember that.
See, I thought you'd have bought something kind of more nerd, like a Death Star made of Lego or something. That seemed to be where you'd go shopping.
I did once buy a Darth Vader helmet, which cost more, but that was slightly later.
Was it original?
It was one that was had been decorated by a graffiti artist. They did this whole art project called the Vader Project, and they decorated all these Darth Vader helmets, and I bought one.
Because that is you. I mean, you are a proper fan of all these things, and now you are people nerds are so jealous of you because you've done the trifecta, haven't you?
Yes, yeah, Doctor Who, Star Trek, and Star Wars. Yeah.
You've been in them all.
Yes, I wrote Star Trek as well, which is added.
Yes.
Points. Oh, after a bit of chocolate, I'd eat myself, wouldn't I? That's
And if you're listening to this, you're kind of thinking, I don't remember Simon Pegg in Star Wars. You were in it. You were properly in it.
Yeah.
Here you are. That. You had a character name and everything.
Unkar Plutt. Yeah, he was a junk dealer on the planet Jakku, and I was wearing that in 50-degree heat. And I had these big rubber, like silicone gauntlets on, which were my fingers. And when I took them off, I could pour the sweat out. And if you're interested, your sweat's a sort of milky colour.
Because, Henry, you are quite a nerd as well. I mean, you must have been so geeked to be Superman, to kind of think...
Yeah, no, I'm a geek.
Yeah.
We talk a bit on set about stuff,
We
don't
do,
we?
yeah. Quietly in dark corners.
We actually were in... Can I tell this story? We were in Paris.
Does he have a chance to answer?
What's he going to say?
No.
It's like, Henry, get in this helicopter. You okay?
We were shooting a car chase in Paris, and it was me, Tom, Sean Harris, Ving Rhames, and Henry.
You just asked him if you could tell.
In a
You didn't
small...
ask me.
Can I tell this story? You come out all right.
Oh, yeah.
This is us.
This is the one that...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a very cramped car, particularly with Ving and Henry, who are both big guys, and me in the middle, bombing around Paris. And every time we finish the shot, we have to reset the shot, drive back to the start point so we can do it again. Henry has had enough of sitting in the cramped car, so he says, can I run back? I'll run back to... Because you did a bit of running.
Of course he did.
Yeah. So Henry took off and ran back to position one, whereas we just drove next to him going...
He was doing the score. We were just driving. He did the whole thing, the whole way, right next to him.
It's one of the coolest moments of my life, is having Tom Cruise do that driving next to you. You know you've made it.
Right, it is time for music. This Brit Award-winning songstress is back with a #1 album, The Architect, performing Till I'm Done. It is Paloma Faith, everybody!
left to give. It's not over. I can't save you. Just when I thought I had no more life, had no love. It's not over. It's not over. I'll save you when I'm weak. Only got so much left to give. It's not over. It's not over. Till I'm done.
Lovely to see you. That was fantastic. Come and meet everybody. Simon, Henry, Rebecca, Tom. Beautiful job, lady. Very good, very good. Oh, she is shiny.
Lovely to see you.
Have a seat, do. Now, so that is off the new album, The Architect.
Thank you.
Here you go. That's it. #1, ladies and gentlemen. I was saying this to you on the radio. I love how happy you are that it's #1. You're not pretending to be cool. You're just over the moon.
I've never been cool, Graham. I feel like I've just come to like their office party as the entertainment. Hi guys. So, as a morale-building exercise, I'm here to just brighten up your lives so you can slave away for another 12 months from my business.
Now here's the weird thing. So you recorded this album and you were pregnant when you recorded that.
Yeah.
Now I didn't.
As are you.
Now, girl, tell me all about it. No.
Well, no, but here's the weird thing. I didn't know this. So your voice changes when you're pregnant.
Well, no, it wasn't when I was pregnant. It was afterwards that I felt like it was better.
Oh, okay.
Like, because have you done it before? You had
a baby. My voice
Or a
is
#1 album.
Spectacular.
Have you had a baby?
Yes, I have
Yeah.
had.
So, like, your sort of body kind of, everything moves, all the organs move, and it opens up and goes a bit wild. And
A bit graphic.
Some things...
Oh, I didn't need that.
quite lucky because some of the things that were, like, really bugging me, like continual ailments, like, never came back. Because it must have just moved a bit. And I think my lungs, like, went into a better place or something. And I was like, I really just want to re-sing everything, because I'd sung it all pregnant and pre-pregnancy. And then I was like, no, this is better. I feel like I can go from low to high. But maybe it's psychological, because
Maybe you should
you're
have
like...
more babies.
I think I might.
Yeah.
Like, can we do one now? No.
It's late. It's late, Paloma. I'm not sure exactly.
Quite a few nice people to choose from.
It's quite the gene pool. It really is quite the gene pool. You're right.
Maybe we could all
Tom needs to
amalgamate.
work tomorrow.
Evidence, we must very quickly say you're off on tour as well, aren't you?
Yeah, in March.
Yeah,
I'm
fantastic.
really looking forward to it.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for that great performance. Paloma Faith, everybody.
Thank you.
Right. That is nearly it. But here we go. Just time for a visit to the big red chair. This is your least favourite bit of the show. Tom hates this. Who's there? Hello.
Hello,
Hi, who are you?
my name's John.
John. Hello, John. And where are you from?
I'm from Scotland.
Lovely. Happy Burns Day for yesterday.
Thank you.
And do you live down here now?
I do. I live in, central London.
Oh, all right. Oh, central London. Yeah. None of your suburbs for John. No, he came from Scotland. He made it. Zone 1. What do you do, John?
I'm a lawyer.
Oh, he did make it. Oh, yeah. Zone 1, John. OK, off you go with your story.
So my granddad died, and...
It happens.
we were having an open coffin for him at my grandmother's house, and they were keeping the coffin out in the conservatory, and we were having lots of visitors coming and going to pay their respects. So that damaged the front door a little of my grandmother's house. So my granddad, being a tradesman, we looked up his book of contacts to find someone we thought might be able to fix it. So we find a man called Jim, give him a call, and he turns up very early the next morning. So he's working away in the door, and I think I should probably make small talk. So I ask him, do you want to pop through and see Grandad? And he sort of casually looked up and said, yeah, I'll pop through when I'm finished, son. So he finished the job, got up, casually walked through into the conservatory, at which point I realised that he didn't know Grandad had died. So he walked in expecting to see my Grandad in his slippers reading the paper and saw my Grandad very dead lying in a coffin. The colour completely drained from his face. He then made this inaudible sort of ooh, turned round and just went out the house so quickly. And we've never seen him again. And that was 15 years ago.
That's a good story. You can walk, guys. You can walk. If you'd like to join us on the show, let us know with that red shirt. You can contact us via our website at this very address. That is it for tonight. Please say a huge thank you to all of my guests. Paloma Faith. Simon Pegg. Henry Cavill. Rebecca Ferguson. And Mr. Tom Cruise.
Thank you.
And do join me next week with musical guest George Ezra, voice judge will.i.am, Oscar winner Cuba Gooding Jr., and for the first time, one of our favourite British stars, Imelda Staunton. I'll see you then. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Next tonight, the witless girls hatch a cunning plan and a wedding looms. Settle in for brilliant comedy from BBC Three in a moment.
OK, so come Tom in 3, 2...
What does that mean?
I'm going to cue you to start.
You see what I'm saying? I don't know. It was like 3-2 at any point. It's like, does that mean I start talking at that point? Okay, good. I go on the point.
Go on the point.
Okay, good. All right.